Awesome.
Sangonani,
Abusheni,
hello.
Maybe
I
let's change.
am. No, I'm comfortable.
you're
I feel awkward now.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. All right.
Mulibwanji.
Mulibwanji.
Minshani, guys.
Samonani. Afrikaans.
Uchandet. Thank you guys for tuning in. This is episode number 6 of the Vows series. Yes. This is the last vow that you say I do too.
Mm-hmm.
This is the last vow you said I do too. And that is, baby?
That is keeping yourself only unto your partner for as long as you shall both live. Hey, this is where people kill their partners. Because the last part says, I'm only gonna keep myself unto you for as long as you both shall live. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another most beautiful vow. Remember, episode 5 we were talking about forsaking all others, and all others doesn't necessarily mean people. It can mean habits, behaviors, mindsets, and all these kind of things. And now we are going to talk about how to be able to keep yourself. Remember, I think it's in episode number 3, we were talking about to honor and to keep the other person. Now we are talking about keeping yourself. There are parts of yourself. Listen, when you get into marriage, this vow is going to be able to dictate to you that there are parts of yourself that must be kept.
Yeah, boo. Yes. Exactly.
There are parts of your emotions that must be kept.
That's why we said even in the previous episode, there are parts that must be reserved.
Yes.
It must be reserved.
Have you ever gone to a very exclusive event and you found that you don't just sit on any chair? Every chair has reserved. And then at the back of those chairs, that's where you find general access where you can choose whatever. You don't go to the chairs that say reserved and sit there if you are not one of the reserved guests.
Yes.
And this is the part where you need to be able to understand that there are parts of your life, there are aspects of your life that will have to be kept. Not for yourself. You have to keep them within yourself for only your partner.
And this is your responsibility yet again, to be able to keep yourself.
Yes.
And also keeping yourself can also be discussed as, keeping your emotions in check. And keeping yourself full of so much power. Our spouses are not responsible for our happiness. That's the saying.
It's short. Again, say it.
Yes, our partners are not responsible for our happiness. We should be responsible for our happiness.
That's true.
And when we are responsible and take that responsibility into account, we are able to be better people for our spouses.
Yes.
That is why it says keeping yourself for
we come into a relationship not so that we can be. The sole purpose of the relationship is not so that you can be healed. No, it's so that we can spread and share our happiness.
Yes, and share our happiness.
And to be able to share our happiness with there is a certain kind of happiness you don't just share with anyone. For example, I sign a great deal, the business is going so well, and I just feel like celebrating with wine and romantic hot sex. That part, that feeling, I must keep it.
Yeah.
For her only.
Yeah. And even and babe, even with everything else, when I'm gonna speak about even the emotional part,
yes.
the part of healing, keep your healing going. You cannot expect your husband or your spouse or your wife, to be a person who will always drag you to your healing, who will always drag you to be happy, who will always drag, baby, do this, do that, go in there with a full heart and a full mind. Go in there knowing what as much as I have done this for myself, I know that I can also help my husband. There's this saying, but if you light your fire from the house and the other one lights the fire from the house, when you come together,
that's true.
It becomes amazing. It becomes fireworks.
No,
so that's what you need to do. Keeping yourself
only for your partner. There are certain things about yourself that you need to be able to keep only for your partner.
Yes.
When you feel like being comforted, your partner has already made a vow to comfort you.
Yeah.
That space of comfort, you must be able to draw necessary boundaries, so that your partner is the one who's able to fill in a certain part of your intimacy.
Exactly.
You understand?
Exactly.
So that you don't lose that oneness you have.
Exactly.
Because the moment you begin to keep yourself for everyone else, then there is no intimacy between you and your partner. Everything that she knows, everyone else knows. Everything that you tell her, you tell it to everyone else. Everything that you do for her, you do it for everyone else. Everything that you become towards her, you become to everyone else.
So this keeping actually has a double meaning. Number one, reserve.
Yes.
Reserve yourself
Yes.
for that. Number two, just make sure that you are well. Keep yourself well. Keep yourself, find a home even within your heart. My husband, guys, I am kept, and because he's keeping himself well, he is reserving himself well. He has reserved his. Okay.
What's the problem?
It's just becoming more serious.
Are you having a problem?
No.
I'm keeping myself.
Yeah, no, he's keeping himself well. He's keeping his mental health in check. He's reserving certain parts for me that I only have access to. Not everybody can hold your husband like this. This is a part that has been kept. But your sisters can hide you, whatever. But that part, that means keeping. Yes. Anything else maybe you want to say?
Yeah, no, I think really with keeping, it comes with all these kind of things where you
taking care.
You need to be able to take care of yourself.
And reserve yourself.
And more than anything, for you to be a special partner to your partner, the person must know that they know a special something within you that nobody else knows. Those are just simple. They do something to your psychology, knowing that my partner is the one that knows this, knowing that I can be able to break down in front of my partner. And I mean, that's not something I can do in the boardroom. And maybe also, my love, just to talk about, also be very careful if you're a working partner. If you are a working partner, you go for work, and then at work you've got all these people that are depressing you, that are stressing you out, and all these kind of things. Always remember to keep a special space of those emotions for your partner.
Guys, I am a suspect in this one, because when you get back from work, you are tired and you just want to vent, and your husband doesn't have the best of yourself. So Mandy, you are sharing this part of anger and everything. Then you shared in the office, you are and no, you want to
and
just
that particular moment, all your partner wants is just to say, oh, I love you, we're gonna make through.
Exactly.
How can we make our next move into
We're
our
gonna
life?
be even better.
You understand? So just be careful. Of course, I mean, that's what she needs to do. That's what I need to do. You need to be able to express, hey, at work this and this was happening. But don't allow work emotions to come and hinder you from enjoying your marriage at home.
And for us, then have bosses.
Yes.
We need to keep. We need to understand, there's a certain part for my husband, a certain part for my boss.
True.
We cannot prioritize our bosses more than our husbands.
We need to work hard. I think this goes for men. I think we need to be able to work very hard to ensure that, I love other cultures, how they do it. Other cultures, you'll find that their business is a family business, where you have to report within the family. It's very difficult in our young married couples, where now you work for a person with different cultures, different whatever, different opinions, all these kind of things, and you find yourself now submitting to another man, submitting to another woman.
By the time you come back
now, you think, okay, this is a space that is not guided by a contract, and you feel that's where you have to throw all your toxic emotions that you have, and you wonder why you are fighting for things that does not belong to any of you.
So baby, create that business.
We indeed we need to be
the manager.
You are the manager of my life.
Of course, baby, I need need to be the manager of our business.
Most definitely. So we must be able to work towards that. And it doesn't really necessarily mean you must resign and all those kind of things. There are people
Just
who have
strike a
mastered
balance,
the
man.
art of keeping a certain aspect of you for your partner and your partner alone for as long as you shall both live. It's very important that all these vows, at the end of the day, it says for as long as you shall both live. It's a forever thing. You don't
It's
decide.
a continuous
You don't
thing.
decide that now I've been married for 10 years, it is over.
These vows I have to be played out every single day of your lives, you know. Sometimes you'll get it right. And you know, I want to stress this, Wuti, you don't need to be perfect in these things, you know, because there are mistakes here and there. I think it's important that we also just, you know, say that our marriage is not perfect and there are things that we are still learning and there are things that we do wrong. We are human. But you know, as we need to always just remind ourselves and be conscious of the things we promised and the things we said and do our best to act them out in a beautiful way. I mean, that's what we can do. That's what we can do. We are here to make each other better and we are here to make our marriages beautiful. Beautiful black marriages.
Beautiful
black young marriages are possible.
Young marriages are possible, and we can talk forever and
Yes,
Hey, thank you so much
Thank you
for
for
tuning
watching,
in
guys.
for this part 6 of the Vows series.
This was the last vow.
And we are just going to conclude it with a bonus episode.
So what?
Coming right away.
Guess it. Guess it.
Guess
in the comments. What? Guess.
Guess it.
What?
Guess it.
What
Guess
is the? What are we gonna say last? What are we gonna say last?